everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Tiamoma Happy and this is the T Gang group. Please like and share and subscribe if you haven't. So today's video, guys, I'll be doing a short get to know me session. So it's just a short get to know me session, talking a bit about myself, of course. I drafted a few questions that I'll be going through, just so you can get a few, you can get an idea of who I am. So obviously, who am I? I'm Tiamoma Happy, like I said. I'm 29 years of age. I'm a mother to 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a girl, and they aged 10, 6, and 10 months. I'm from Hammanskraal, so I'm in Pretoria. And I'm married, yes, and I'm the last born of 3 kids. So I have 2 sisters and a brother, and we are a family of 6. My parents by profession, they teachers, and yeah, basically that's me. I had a very nice upbringing. We're not from a wealthy family. Like I said, my parents are just educators, but we could go month to month and we were surviving on the little that we had. So yeah, it was doable, it was just a nice setup growing up. I went to boarding school in high school, and my primary school, it was close by around home. But yeah, high school, I went to boarding school in the Northwest. It was a girls' high school. I don't know why my parents took me there, but I think it's because of my sister. I don't even know how she found that school. And academically, she did well in the school. She performed well, and I come right after her, and boom, no one gave me an option to choose which school I wanted to go to, so they just threw me in that school. So what kind of a child was I like growing up? Guys, growing up, I was an artistic someone. I loved to draw. I would look at myself in the mirror and draw my own face. I loved animals, so we had dogs for some time, and then we also had cats. I prefer cats more. I love cats more. And what else? I just loved my own space, guys, But I would say I was just an artistic someone. I loved drawing. I loved writing stories. I loved reading. And very fortunate for me, I did not even have to ask my parents to buy me storybooks. They would just buy them and not even force us to read or anything. Like, they just buy the books, put them there. But because I have this artistic side in me, I would pick up those books, I'd read those stories. Also grew up in a family. My father, oh guys, no, I cannot cut this out. My father is a very intelligent someone. I deeply believe that he was born in an era that was not favorable for him. So he was ahead for someone who comes where he comes from. He listened to classic music. We watched from The Lion King, Dalmatian, all those things, and I thought every household knew those things. And to my surprise, some people did not know them. Actually, a whole lot. But because of my dad, we were exposed to such things from a very young age. Goldilocks, 101 Dalmatians, The Lion King. In every black home, the sports that is hyped, it would be soccer. But in my household, it's tennis, and that's because of my dad. So we'll basically be watching boxing, tennis, soccer, yes, but it's not a hype sport even till today in my home. So growing up, basically that was me. I loved animals. Everyone knows that about me. I would take care of them when my dad brought them at home, because my mom never wanted pets, because my dad would just bring those pets in, and yeah, that would just be it. He would have done his job. Bring the dog, his job is done. Obviously he'd buy the food, but in terms of taking care of it, you know, giving it food, making sure the dogs have water or the cats have this and that, he would not play that role, and my mom would step in and have to do all those things. But because I also loved animals, obviously I would step in, but not to clean after the dogs. No, I've never done that. But in terms of washing them, in terms of giving them food, getting them water, being affectionate with them, that was me, basically. My teenage years, how was it like? I was a troublesome teenager. Yeah, I don't know. I was just a troublesome teenager from, I gave my parents a hard time, and they did not deserve it at all. I'm not sure about the others, because my brother is 10 years older than me. That my sister, the eldest one in the family, she's like 13 years older than me. Then is this one, Miss Goody Two Shoes. So I think things were hard with this one, the first one as well. I think she also gave them a hard time. Then with my brother as well, he had scenarios. Then things were a bit calm with this one, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Miss Goody Two Shoes. Yeah, things went, you know, they were calm with her. No drama things no drama things at home in her teenage years. But at school, she went from being suspended to being expelled. I never had any scenarios at school. I understood the system of school. Go to school, child, study, listen to your teachers, respect your teachers, do your work, and that's it. I've never even been suspended or had my parents being called because I don't know, I did not do things accordingly, I was not behaving or whatever. Madam Miss Goody Two Shoes at home had all those things at school. Being expelled, I think she was even expelled in grade 12. Who gets expelled in grade 12? Story for another day. But I was a trouble kid at home. Big dodger. I would dodge and go partying. I remember there was a time they said black coffee is coming over at some pub close to my home, and I had an obsession, got black coffee. So the minute it said black coffee does black coffee, I was like, what? I'm not gonna miss this. So Vele, I sneaked out of the house, I sneaked out of home. I went with my cousin. And our idea was we're just gonna go there and party. And I'm just gonna go there and see my man, black coffee, and enjoy the moment. So I was trouble. I was trouble. They did catch me. I was trouble at home, not at school. So I gave my parents a hard time during my teenage years, and I'm not proud of it. My personal views on getting married young. I got married at the age of 23. Honestly speaking, I would not advise anyone to get married. Okay, as I was saying, my personal views on getting married young. I got married at the age of 23. I would not advise anyone to get married so young. Number one, you grow up, you change, your views change, and you evolve as a person. Yes, it's nice to have someone to grow with and change with and whatever, but I would say marriage is a lot to deal with, From I was still young, I had to deal with my in-laws. There were just a lot of expectations on my end, being a wife. And some of those expectations, honestly speaking, I was not aware of or familiar with, and I did not even think that people will have such, or they would have such expectations out of me, knowing that I'm young. I thought I will have like an easy get into the family, but unfortunately, I'm talking about my in-laws in this case. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I ended up being judged, brutally judged, because of mistakes I've made, and looked upon as not wife material or not woman enough because of the mistakes I've made and whatnot. And for people who are not your family, it's hard for them to move from that perspective about you. It's easy for your family members and people who know you to forgive you, but coming to in-laws, it's something else. It's not easy for them to forgive you, so they will hold on to that for until Christ comes. We're waiting for Christ to come for them to forgive. I don't care anyway. Oh, and another thing, like I said, man, don't get married here. Dating or marrying for money or love. I don't think there's love in poverty. Dating or marrying for money or love. If I did not get married at the age that I got married at, and I had no kids at that age, I would have not chosen to your Asham. I would have not made, no, I would have married for money. Has motherhood slowed me down? I became a mother at the age of 19. I had my firstborn then. I was 19. So I'm a teenage mom. And it slowed me down in terms of partying, in terms of going out. That's where it slowed me down. But it pushed me to work and develop myself, and to basically go out there and work hard, because now it was not just me, but I had a responsibility. Even though my parents, honestly speaking, my parents really helped me a lot. Oh guys, and I don't think this Bona, if they need my kid, if at any point they need kidneys, I will give them my kidney. They helped me a lot. I would have not achieved what I managed. I would have not achieved what I managed to achieve if it was not because of them. So they've done a lot for me, and I'm grateful. I'll forever be grateful. I will forever be indebted to them. So motherhood has slowed me down in terms of partying and whatnot, but I don't know, it gave me this eagerness and this drive in me. Sweetheart, you gotta get your life in order. Sweetheart, you gotta go out there and fend for yourself and fight for if you can't do it for yourself, at least do it for your young one, because they deserve all the good in this world. Hey Joe, okay, the questions are done. So a code that carries me in life. What's a code that carries me in life? Do it anyway, guys. And whatever you do, do it to your level best. Give it your all. people will always talk no matter what. No matter what you do, people will always talk. So care about you. I remember I once told my dad, Gary, imagine what people will say. I think I was in grade 10. Yeah, grade 10, and he came to school for parents meeting. So remember I was in boarding school, so he was there with me, and then he was like, hey, why don't you do it? I was like, but what will people say? And my dad was like, you will never achieve anything in life if you're going to sit down and say, what will people do? What will people say? Blah, blah, blah. People will always talk. And people who talk about other people and are too focused on what others are doing, they have nothing to show for their own lives. So I would say my quote, I do me. I care less about what people say out there. I do take advice from my closer circle and from people I know care about me if they want to share something with me and direct me and whatnot. But I will not sit down and not do something and say, what will people, because of what will people say? You can talk all day long. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope it's short. This short get to know me session. I hope it has given you a bit of an outlook, of an inside look into my life, who Tiamo is, so we can engage on a better level. So thank you for watching. Please like if you like this video, subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me, and share if you think there's someone or there are people who can link up with me or engage with me, or we share something familiar with. Thank you. Bye.